All right, y'all. Today is Genesis 21 through 23. Now, of course, I'm very happy about chapter 21. Genesis 21 is when Isaac is born. I didn't necessarily love the fact that Hagar and Ishmael departed, but at the end of the day, I'm not the author of these stories. I'm just the reader, and I intake everything that the Lord provided in the Bible as a life lesson I can apply to my life. And in chapter 21, Hagar and Ishmael also had to depart from Sarah and Isaac. Because when you go about and try to create your own story, when God already said, no, this is what it's going to look like. But you say, oh, well, God said that's what I'm going to have. Let me go create it by myself. Sometimes that can cause friction in your life. So Hagar and Ishmael had to go away, but God still blessed them anyways. Now, chapter 22 is where I'm just like, that's when God told Isaac to go sacrifice his son. And I'm gonna be very honest with you. Like I said, Abraham is faith. You was about to go kill your only son. And this is what I believe. I believe that God tested Abraham to kill his only son, because if you look at the life of Abraham and Isaac and the blessing that God was going to give Abraham, which was many descendants, and if you look at the life of God and Jesus, yes, they are completely different from Abraham and Isaac. But if you look at the life of, if you look at the existence of God and Jesus, because they don't have a life, they're just eternal. If you look at the existence of God and Jesus, God sacrificed his only son so that we can be forgiven of our sins. Abraham was like the root of many children. He was the father of many nations. God told me he would have as many descendants as the stars in the sky. That's a lot. That's a lot. And I believe that God wanted to test him and try him, because you can't just place something in the hands of somebody like that who wouldn't go out their way to have a heart like God. Abraham had a heart like God, and God tested him by seeing if he would sacrifice his only son, just as God would come back and do many years later and sacrifice his only son. Bing! And this is why I'm reading the Bible for 365 days, so I can get a new revelation every day. If you want to join me, I'll put the template at the end of this video. Thank y'all for watching. Bye.